Welcome to Andy's Garage. I'm Andy Phillips. Today we're going to be doing something fun. We're going on a little bit of a field trip. We're going to be headed over to my friend Jim's house. We're going to check out his garage, some of the projects that he has going on with some of the vehicles over there, also check out some of the cool stuff in there. We're also going to take a look at his memorabilia collection, which he has, a lot of it pertaining to Ferrari because that's what he's into. He's a Ferrari guy. But why don't we head over there now and get started with this. Entering Jim's garage was pretty cool. It had a vintage garage look of a working garage. You can see with all the different belts and advertisements on there, as well as a lot of awesome collectible stuff. As you can see, some old vintage signs and the clock up above, and just laid out very organized. On the floor, you can see the wheels to his MG-B that he's working on with the classic vintage spoke rims.
Yeah, I see that over there, that worm drive.
And you'll also notice a lot of signs pertaining to Shell, and that's mainly because of their connection with Ferrari, which Jim is a big fan of.
Oh wow! And that's got to be a heavy duty task. Wow, that is awesome.
So I can put
Here on the floor is an extra spare set of rims for his Ferrari 308 that we're going to take a look at in a second.
the back ones are like $500 a piece.
So what are these? Are these 15s?
No.
Oh, these are 16s also?
No, it's some kind of
Oh.
what it is.
And this is Jim's Ferrari 308, and if you're not familiar with that, you might recognize it from the Magnum PI series. That's the model of Ferrari that Tom Selleck drove. But Jim's Ferrari is being worked on at this current time, has some issues that he's having a little bit of a challenge getting fixed. He's even had a certified Ferrari mechanic on site at his garage trying to help, and he had no luck fixing the issues. So as you can see, it's in pieces right there, but trying to get that all wrapped up. Let's take a look at the engine.
Oh, Nelly.
So it's a mid-engine, right?
Yes.
Because you still have a little trunk space back here.
Oh,
Designed, I don't know much about golf, but supposedly you can put two sets of golf clubs, twin coils.
oh, okay. There.
One distributor. No, there's a distributor off each can.
Right.
So
I see
this is the right bank, and then there's the distributor in the back for
Yep.
the other bank.
I see it too.
So each distributor fires 4 spark plugs.
Oh wow. This is nice. What's going on?
And then it's a Bosch mechanical fuel injection.
Okay.
There's 2 fuel tanks.
There is 2 full tanks.
There's 2 fuel tanks because they're small.
Okay.
And on the earlier 308s, you had to fill one side and the other.
I've always loved this classic Ferrari style, the more vintage look. Just has such a cool, classic, historic, iconic look to it. Here's a better shot of it there. You can see that. And then here's an image of it when it was up and running, Jim with it, before it encountered the problem it's having.
It's kind of hard to see. But normally your main caps on your crank only have 2 bolts holding them together.
Right.
The high performance engine, there's 4 bolts holding them together.
Huh. This is real solid too.
And then in Jim's garage, in addition to the Ferrari, he's got the 57 Chevy up top there, also the Monte Carlo.
Oh, I'm sorry, you know, turn the lights out.
Oh, no, that's fine.
They said there's Cecil B. DeMille here.
And then here's a shot of his orange MG-B that he's also working on as well. Another cool vehicle.
Oh, I see his signature.
Yeah.
That is
Remy.
That's on from the Richard Petty's car. Yeah, don't ever get rid of that.
And then this piece here is a wrecked piece off of Don Garlett's when he tried to do the land speed record in
Right.
Bonneville. The car wrecked. and that's a piece off the car.
Wasn't
The autograph.
it on TV when it actually did?
Yeah,
Okay, I
yeah.
remember seeing that on TV. I didn't know you actually got a piece of it.
Yep.
And then Ayrton Senna, I remember him.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
the poster from the Senna.
Ayrton Senna was a Brazilian race car driver who was actually killed on May 1st, 1994, after his vehicle shown here crashed into a concrete barrier in the San Marino Grand Prix.
Right.
It was the first Ferrari dealership in North America. And they had the NART, N-A-R-T. NART was North American Race Team. Ferrari was headquartered at Chinetti. Then this is, of course, the Grand Prix of Baltimore.
Mm-hmm. I remember that time.
That was the inaugural poster.
Right.
And then they only raced for 3 years.
Streets was actually done to these. I mean, these cars tore up the streets. Like,
Yeah. Well, on the streets tore up the cars too. And this is my two favorite. Everybody in this picture here to the left is dead. It's Bill Jenkins, Grumpy Jenkins, against Ronnie Sox, drag racing.
I remember Ronnie Sox.
Chevy and the Mopar. And then this is another autographed picture. I actually met Bill Jenkins and he signed that for me. It's the same car. It was a national champion car, 68 Camaro. And then this is Don Carlos. This is the valves.
Yeah, but say it is valves.
It's the valves out of Michael Schumacher's car. This is the valves out of
That car.
this car. Yeah.
Oh wow. Put that in the case.
I bought these when we were at the Ferrari Museum in Maranello, U.S. Grand Prix at Watkins Glen.
Okay.
And I saw him race at that race.
Oh wow.
Didn't take that picture, but I saw him race. And then these are Ferrari drivers. I actually had his photograph. He raced Indy. Barrichello, Rubens Barrichello. There's Michael Schumacher, Rubens Barrichello, and then he just recently died in the fire, or was in a fire and wrecked the CCA race. This is
Where was that SCCA race in Baltimore?
same place as the Grand Prix.
Oh, okay, just through the streets.
It was,
Okay.
and they raced these IMSA on Saturdays, and this Porsche wrecked, and they cut the body panels off and auctioned them off.
Wow. And then when he signed it, or there's a few
and the team,
signatures.
yeah, the drivers signed it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, this is the 4x.
This stuff is awesome. It's like walking in a museum.
It connects here to a pump,
Oh.
and there's not a mechanical pump that pumps oil. There's an electronic pump. Pumps the oil, has a much larger reservoir,
Right.
and it cools the oil better. So they call them dry sump pans. This is what you can set a distributor with these. So it spins the distributor, and you measure your tank and dwell and everything. They call these Sun Diagnostic Centers. Back in the days when you had distributors that had points and condensers. And all
Right.
that.
So I was thinking that was like you push a button and fat
This
man.
team signed it, and so this is Dan Gurney, Carroll Shelby, Jack McAfee, who went on to race drag racing, and Phil Hill signed that.
Carroll Shelby has a job. Shelby?
Yeah, he raced for Ferrari.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he was part of the original NART team. And then these are the liners that the Formula One drivers
Right.
wear, right? And these are autographed. The one on the right's Michael Schumacher, and this one is Lewis Hamilton,
Oh, yeah, of course.
Alonso,
Yep.
and Button, the British driver Button signed that. They're all four signed by
How's Hamilton
World
a person?
Driving.
He's
Ferrari every year would have a big because Shell is the big Shell Royal Dutch Shell is a
Right.
big sponsor for Ferrari, so they always have a party. And this is this silk scarf that they gave, and it's autographed by Schumacher and Rubens Barrichello, the number 2 Ferrari driver at the time.
Huh.
And then that's Sterling Moss, Picture of Sterling Moss taken by Jesse Alexander, a famous photographer. That's me and my Ferrari at the racetrack.
Oh, where? Up there at the
At
top,
the far
top
right.
corner.
And then that one there
Oh, yeah, the Ferrari.
is Scagletti,
Yeah.
who made the 250 GTO. That's me and Scagletti with Stephen Jobs' 250 GTO.
Oh, Jobs' car.
Yeah, it's Jobs' car. And I met, the next day I met Stephen Jobs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's the brake from a Ferrari 360.
Oh.
You made that?
What?
What did you just buy the components of a clock, put it in there, and then just refinished it?
Made the disc, cut the disc, and put it in there.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah. Ferrari World Driving Champions.
And then is that Enzo?
It's Enzo.
Enzo himself.
Yeah,
the
that's
man.
my hero. And then the one of the few ads that he appeared in, Enzo and Shell Oil ad.
Nice.
That's cool.
And then leather interiors for Ferrari.
So even the one on yours he made?
Yes, he made all leather interiors are made by Schedoni.
Wow.
And he's in Milan. I think he's in Milan. Oh no, he's in Medina. He's in Medina.
And he can only be the ones actually, but nobody else can actually.
Nobody else. Right? They have an exclusive contract.
Good.
So this is the longest living heart transplant recipient.
Oh.
And this is a poster. It was a fundraiser for the American Heart Fund, and he autographed it.
Nice.
So I've met him a couple times. I met him when he signed this,
Right.
and I met him when he signed that poster.
That is. And that's from Milan.
Maranello.
Maranello.
That's at their office in Maranello.
Oh wow.
Well, that wraps up this video. Just wanted to show you some of the cool stuff there from when a buddy of mine, Billy, and I were over there meeting with Jim, and some of the cool stuff he had. I hope that this was an enjoyable, fun video for you, just checking that stuff out. Just to give you a little bit of a history here on Jim, he actually was an engineer in the automotive industry. Some of the things that we saw, he actually was involved with patenting and helping create. He also did some work with Ferrari, I believe, if I'm correct, with their cooling systems. He was involved with some of that as well. So definitely a knowledgeable guy about that as well. But that wraps up this video. We also have here this Countach that I've been working on, Lamborghini Countach LP400S replica that I've been restoring. If you're into this kind of stuff, you might want to check out some of those videos. We're almost done with it. I just have to give the final coat of paint and clear coat on it. We can put the windows back in it and get all the vents and all that stuff put back in, and a little bit of tweaking with the engine and then the suspension, and this is done. But down in the description, I'll have some links to some of those videos. Then if you want to get into the rest of the history, I think I have close to 60 videos. I'll have links to those down there, as well as some other exotic cars that I've had the opportunity to do overviews on. Lamborghinis, Ferraris, McLarens, Audis, different things like that, as well as another friend of mine, Frank Sanchez, who was a professional race car driver back in the 90s with NASCAR. He has also done some IndyCar racing, some other racing, currently a member of the SCCA. I've done a few trips with him to the races and filmed those. I'll have those down in the description. We also did an overview of his garage, some cool stuff he has. I'll also have that link down in the description. But please send me any questions and comments. I would love to hear from you. And as always, I appreciate all the support. Please like this video, subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. I'll see you next time.